Hi guys, today I'm just going to do a quick video on what it actually is considered live show quality in sort of the tack circle of things, because I keep seeing all over my Facebook wall and things pictures of people splashing all over my newsfeed saying, oh, my new live show quality tack, and I hate to rant, but I look at it and think that really is not live show quality. And I've got a couple of my sets here that I'm going to show you and demonstrate what live show quality really is. Okay, this isn't to put down anyone's tack or anything, this is purely just to educate some of the younger collectors and help them improve their tack and things like that, okay? So please don't take it to heart. This isn't aimed at anyone in particular, it's just a rant of mine, because, yeah, I like to rant a lot. Alright, so basically to start off with, Briar tack is not live show quality. The straps on it are far too thick, they're unrealistic, it's bulky, the buckle's unrealistic, it's just not live show quality, okay? If your tack that you've made looks like Briar tack, it is not live show quality. I'm sorry guys, I hate to break it to you. LSQ tack needs to fit the horse correctly. What's wrong with my throat lash here? This is a double bridle I've recently completed for my Victrix resin. And as you can see, it's thin leather, I've skived it. So it sits correctly on the horse's head, it doesn't stick out, it's not bulky. It has a cast bit so that it's 3D and not flat like the photo etched ones. It has buckle tongs on 1 1/16 inch thick leather lace, which is normally used for classic scale, but it's for a fine headed horse, so I made it really, really small. Fully hole punched, full working tongue buckles, you can't really see it, but there are stitch marks on the nose and brow band. They're a flat nose and brow band because it's used with a side saddle set. On a double bridle, I don't know if you can see, but you must have a lip strap and a curb chain. A real double bridle can't function without a lip strap and curb chain, so they need to be on there. And the correct reins, the top set of reins need to be thicker than the bottom set of reins, which are the curb reins. Also my breastplate here, again working tongue buckles. It fits the horse correctly. Also has a tongue buckle under there for adjustment between the legs. There's a bit of fluff hanging off it. Another thing about the reins, guys, is curb reins don't have a buckle in the centre of them. Snaffle reins, the Bradoon reins do. And that goes for snaffle bridles as well. Right, I didn't make this saddle, actually. This is a Briar saddle. It's the Briar saddle from the side saddle set. But as most of it is covered by the rider and this side is on the horse's offside, I'm going to live show it. But if you look on the other side, you can't really see it, but I have added stitch marks to the edges of the flaps. I've smoothed it all down so they're not all fuzzy like the Briar leather tends to be all fuzzy around the edges and underneath, and I've sealed it with leather edge coat. I've also swapped all the straps over for kangaroo leather lacing. Oh, that's come unstuck. I've added keepers, I've added tongue buckles, and I've fully hole punched the straps, which you would expect in a live show quality saddle. So when the rider's actually on the saddle, it's going to cover most of it, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay? But your tack must fit your horse if you want to live show it. If you take a look at the bridle from the front, like the buckles aren't sticking out from her face and it's like flush with the horse's face. That's what it's expected. I mean, you don't see a real bridle with buckles sticking out all over the place and it flopping around. It needs to fit correctly. Right. This tack set isn't actually on the horse because it was made for a model which I no longer own. So it's just been thrown on one of my Palouse bodies just to demonstrate. It's one of my GP saddles. Please ignore these bits of glue here. I haven't quite finished this. I just knocked this up this morning. As you can see, the saddle is shaped. Has a padded seat, padded knee rolls, and the correct anatomy underneath the saddle is also important as well. So it has properly shaped panels and there's more glue on it there I need to get rid of. Oh, my girth's going walkies. It's fully stitch marked, just like a real saddle would. It has studs. It has D-shaped D-rings. I see a lot of D-rings that are actually made of just round jump rings. D-rings are called D-rings for a reason. They're D-shaped. It has fully hole punched and working straps. Realistic cast stirrups, and underneath the flap also stitch marks. I don't know if you can see there, but those girth straps are hole punched as well, and it must be even. So when it's on the horse's back, the flaps must be in line with each other. As you can see, it hasn't been trained because the girth isn't on, it's sticking out a bit, but please ignore that. Then come on to girths. There's a girth of mine to match the saddle. It is shaped, it's padded, fully stitch marked, and it has elasticated ends as well to help do up. Help for easy girthing. And let me grab the bridle. Where is it? There we go. This obviously isn't on a horse, but you can see it's got raised nose band and brow band. Again, tongue buckles, fully hole punch straps. The leather's been skived, so look, it's nice and smooth, nice and thin. A cast bit again. Turn it round. Again, all buckles in the correct places, and a buckle in the middle of the reins. Those are the basics which are accepted for live show quality tack, okay guys? It must look realistic. Simple. Also, just about the riders as well. Whichever discipline you're doing, your rider must have correct attire. This is my rider for my side saddle set up here. She hasn't got her petticoat on, just so I can show you her boots. Now, there's nothing majorly wrong with Briar's boots. They are correct, but I find you can't sit your riders in the saddle correctly wearing them. So I've made these pair out of thin skyther leather. And I find you can't make the rider's heels go down in Briar boots, whereas in these you can bend the foot, so you can see. So they're actually sitting correctly in the saddle. And plus they're nice and shiny and they look pretty. So yeah, that's kind of my rant over, guys. But that's just a quick demonstration of what live show quality tack really is. Must be in scale and look as real as possible. Right, I hope that helped everyone. It's not meant to be a dig at anyone, it's just to help my fellow collectors understand what is expected. Until next time.